Alright, we are streaming. Hey everybody, I hope you've been having a great time interval wherever you might be located. So, yeah, we're getting started on a bit more work. But before that, I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about some of the things that are some of what we're doing today, some of where things are going, etc. So today we're going to be working on the console like startup intro that I talked about in the previous stream. I think it was the previous stream. And it's actually, I got a lot done, but right now what it's mostly missing is the sound. But I may do some rewriting. And the reason is because I know Paul mentioned at some point that there's a Mega65 logo embedded somewhere in HyperRAM that is used by the user interface when you open up the freeze menu or configuration, etc. So first, we'll spend a little bit of time seeing if we can find that, because right now I'm just embedding the data, and as you can see, and it's not really big, but so let's hold on a second. Yeah, so as you can see, you know, it's not huge. It's 2K for the characters, but that's still 2K that we could probably trim out if I use the built-in logo. And also, my logo as it's designed it's okay. Well, I didn't design it. I scaled it to the size that it's at. I'm not completely happy with it, so we'll see if the built-in logo is viable. I mean, if not, this looks fine, and I've got something that works. And here in just a few minutes, we will check out how it looks currently before starting any other work. Let's see here, a few other things. As I know, I had mentioned, I believe last time, a number of people had been asking if I had a Patreon, and so I have set one up, and you can see it here. So yeah, just a quick look at what it looks like. You know, I'll be posting things like pixel art, obviously what I plan to do with the stream. That's a picture of the Denali in Alaska, which I am currently, I think I mentioned this, working on studies of mountains, because I have a piece that I want to draw that I need to be able to draw good mountains. That's something that I'm working on, non-code related, and you may very well see me working on that piece on the stream when we're waiting on things. Posts about the roadmap, stuff like that, and rewards for, you know, signing up for like this. At the really cool person tier and up, there will be polls for your opinion on what I should be focusing my time on. At the super cool person tier, I'll mention you. I'll give you a shout out at the end of every stream. And of course, cool person. Sorry, that also there will be a list of people who have contributed at the end of the stream. I do not have that set up yet, but since everybody who is a member is in at the shout out level, I hope you guys won't mind that I'm not going to put your names on screen this time, but I'll get that sorted out. And then the awesome person tier, as you see here, you get to make suggestions, not just vote in a poll, but make suggestions for what you would like me to work on, and that will be added to the priority polls. And obviously, this is no guarantee I will work on your project. Sorry, there are limits to how much I can do, and also it has to be something that I want enough to do the work. Excuse me. But the other thing you get at the awesome person tier is I keep my GitHub repositories private until a project is complete, but awesome people will get access to those projects pretty much as soon as I start working on it. Oh, I need to mute and do some serious coughing. Just a second here. Sorry about that. So anyhow, yeah, if you guys are so inclined, then yeah, you can come check out my Patreon over at come on, there we go, patreon.com/deathybas, pretty easy to find. And this is not just related to the stream, this is a lot more related to just generally the work that I do on the Mega65, because as many of you know, I don't have a lot of respect for intellectual property laws, and I choose to put my work where my mouth is, as it were. So, as you guys have no doubt noticed, I've given away all of my work, and I intend to continue to do so, because I don't want, I don't want customers. I want friends. And that's what you guys are, you know, I mean, this community is so tight-knit that it's hard to imagine anything but friends. And so it's like, I want everybody to be able to play my games. I don't want them to have to give money to, you know, some company somewhere. Even if it's a small indie nerd company, still, you know, it's plus I want to open up my source code and release that so that people can learn from it if they need to learn from it, or, you know, stuff like that. And also, you know, not everybody can afford commercial software. I'm one of them. And that's also kind of part of why I set up this Patreon is it's like, I'm not going to do a lot of begging, but I'm super poor. One bad turn and I'll be sleeping rough. I don't necessarily expect Patreon to make up for that, but being able to afford simple little things like, you know, maybe a wireless Wi-Fi plug when my Mega65 arrives. I'm lucky to be getting a machine at all. So yeah. Enough of that. Why? Oh no, there is one more thing I wanted to say. I can't afford to donate to anyone's Patreon, and so if you can't either, please don't. I don't want anybody to feel any pain or anything like that. If you can't contribute, that's fine. I still want you to enjoy whatever I make that you enjoy. So, do not contribute if you can't, no matter what. So, Yeah, okay. Enough of that. Let's get that off the screen. So let's go ahead and look at the current state of the startup that I have now. And like I said, it's not complete. It doesn't have the sound yet. So where's okay. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and there. So it's going to be pretty quick. Obviously, we can run it more than once, but all right. So basically, yeah, that's pretty much it. You kind of see that it borrows a little bit from the the old Sega Master System startup, and that's what I intend with the sound as well. Let's look at that one more time. It was quick. So, as I said last time, what it's going to do here is do the old whoop, mega. But the whoop will be a hardcore super saw, almost THX sounding, a lot more hardcore than what Sega used back in the day. And the Mega Chorus will probably be vocoded, I imagine. So that's kind of what I would like to make progress on today. I don't know how long this stream is going to be, or if I will finish today, or this morning. It's, you guys know I keep a crazy sleep schedule. It's 3 a.m. here right now. So, yeah. And the source code for this is real simple. It's just a 335 lines here. Oh, you guys want to see that, don't you? Hold on. Yeah. No, where is it? Ah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, it's super short. It's also it's not the cleanest code right now. We can make that efficient over time, I guess. This will be the license on this is an unlicensed, which means it will be public domain. You can put it in front of anything you like, and I think it would be really awesome if we all did, so that we could have this kind of identity for the machine. I think I don't think I'm the only person that thinks this would be cool. I certainly hope not. So there's that. Let's see here. What else do I need to say about this before we start working? I think I've said most of what's important. Oh, basically the way that you'll want to use this once it's done is use Exomizer, or others once I think that Mirage's tool can be used as an exe packer as well, so probably need to make it work with that as well. But what's cool about this, with Exomizer in particular, it will compress basic programs. So what that means is that you pack your basic application with Exomizer, and then you can still tack this intro at the beginning of your basic program. So this is not just for applications written in assembly or C or something like that. You can use it for your basic games as well. So I personally think that's pretty cool, because the basic on the Mega65 is just so amazing, and I want to support it too to the best of my ability. Hopefully without having to actually write any basic of my own, because it's I don't necessarily enjoy it as much as others, but I'm still impressed by what y'all are doing basic. Okay, so I guess probably the first thing we need to do is dump the Hyper RAM from XEMU. XEMU. Sorry. Yes, that is the correct pronunciation of it, is XEMU. So we'll go to dump the Hyper RAM. Let's see here. Okay, so I already have written a tool that was meant to help this process, but I never finished it. Well, I finished the tool, I never finished the process. Let me see if I can find that tool real quick. Where did I put that? Man, I have a lot of projects. Too many projects, obviously, because I can't not find where I put it. I know I still have it. Here it is. Let me get it so that you guys can see it. I mean, it's a really, really simple application, as you can see here. It's, although, that's right, I forgot about that. I went ahead and loaded it up with the default Mega65 palette so that it will try to paint the image using the default colors, since the data from bin dump debug the RAM doesn't necessarily include um, the palette. It could, but by default, it would be hard to guess where I need to look, so I didn't do that. Let's go ahead and give it a run. Get it so that it shows. Oh, real basic. Well, since FCM and NCM are different, I support both. But I'm curious. Yeah, I wonder what the I wonder which they use in the default built-in logo. Let's see here. In any case, uh-oh, got a bug. Okay. Did I hard code the picture size? Let's see here. Well, that's weird. Huh. Oh. Studio does not seem to be showing me the properties. I'm gonna try something real quick here, just a second. Is it different if it's not streaming? Is that something that OBS is causing? Oh, okay, either that or let's turn it back on and see. Huh, I don't know. I don't know what the problem was. Let's see. Alright. See if that works, shall we? Yeah, obviously it's not very well optimized. Okay. Oh boy. Well, that didn't seem to work, did it? Okay. Oh, this is the problem with live streaming things like this. It's like, no, it's not quite going right. I wasn't expecting to spend a lot of time working on this tool since it was just kind of a quick hack. Oh, the music is rocking though, isn't it? This is still CVGM, but we're into, this is specifically a DJ mix from a demo party that was Lou Goober versus Princess Kanuki. Anyhow, it's a good set so far. Quite enjoying it. Alright, so why was it? Yeah, maybe it is the. Oh, okay. Let's see. It is a really big image in terms of. Let's go ahead and try not just setting the bitmap image, but the picture box height as well. Well, let's see if that helps. I'm still not entirely certain why it's all black, though. That's bizarre. I don't know. So, yeah. I would love to occasionally play for you. Oh, that wasn't that slow. I would love to occasionally play for you guys the music that I used to play in my DJ sets, but unfortunately, I am absolutely positive that it would trigger copyright strikes. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. This worked at one point. What happened? Well, let's see what happens if I dump main RAM instead. Okay, that seems to be working. You know, now that I think about it, I think Paul was maybe saying that it was not in attic RAM, but I think it's what we're seeing here. But that's, I mean, I'm not sure that it's safe to depend. Oh, and hold on. Before that, let me go ahead and explain what I believe we've found. Just a second. Load up my hex editor. Let's make it so that you guys can see it. There we go. Oh. Interesting, okay. Oh, right. Dump the hyper RAM again. Yeah, that was what I was suspecting. The reason it was showing all black was because there's no data up there. It's empty. Okay, so yeah, what I think this has shown us is that, sorry guys, it's been a while since I worked on this. I'd already decided that depending on the data being there was unsafe because people might have done something already that made it so that it wasn't sitting there anymore. So that is why I created my own picture. Okay, so yeah, that means that's done, which I guess leaves us needing to focus on the sound part. Before I do that, I am going to take a brief bathroom break, and when I get back, we'll start pulling apart what notes are involved so that we can create the sound loops. So I will be back in just a minute. They can't block my style. They just stick to me rules. Yo, but them can't block my style. I'm strictly roots. They can't block my style. They just stick to me rules.
Them don't be a years I hate enough food. I'll get locked up. Yo, you have a license to play this. Yo, you have a license to play this. Them don't be a years I hate enough food.
Body where the girl them pounces. Hit a man, the man, them and no make them tense. Food, body where the girl them pounces. Hit a man, the man, them and no make them tense. Food, body where the girl them pounces. Hit a man, the man, them and no make them tense. Food, body where the girl them pounces. Inna the latest style and inna no fanciness. Food, body where the girl them pounces. Hit a man, the man, them and no make them tense. Food, body where the girl them pounces. Hit a man, the man, them and no make them tense. Food, body where the girl them pounces. Hit a man, the man, them and no make them tense. Food, body where the girl them pounces. Inna the latest style and inna no fanciness.
Yo, you have a license to play this. How my operator have a license? Man, if you get a license to play them kind of dope later, you know. So you want to get locked up. Shut. Tell you, you're dangerous enough so. I'll discharge them kind of dope upon people innocent ears. Echo.
This is another mix, run the rhythm track. Listen this. Oh gosh.
You guys haven't been hearing me for how long? Oh man, I hope that that only just started, 'cause oh boy, oh this stream is potentially man, how did that happen? There's this little red light. You can't see it now 'cause it's not there, but this headset is it no? I don't know how that happened. Oh. Well, I sure do. I have one viewer. I don't know how much you've been paying attention, but if you could maybe chime in with how long I had my mic off, I would really appreciate it, because, oh boy. Oh well, I mean, it's a learning process, so apologize to you guys, but but we're getting there. Damn it. Okay, so back to what I was doing. Um, and in case the sound wasn't coming through, what I'm doing is calculating the steps for each of the notes that are used in this drawing. Um, and the gap between in the D sharp, which is 2 octaves in this case, it's F70 or 3952. So we'll come over here and divide that by the number of frames. And that comes out to 94 or 5E. And I'm stressing about whether or not I was audible for a lot of that. Oh, man. Okay, well, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's a learning process. Now I know what that red light means. So, the C sharp is 27. Well, yeah, let's call it. Yeah, we'll call it 27 steps, I guess. Huh, okay, interesting. Hmm. I do not recognize any of the names of any of our viewers there, so hello. Um, right, back to what I was doing now. Well, so let's see. Basically gonna be Okay, so in here is where we're going to want to set up the actual notes. That back on. So we're going to need to set these two frequency bytes, obviously. I'm going to be using a saw, so we don't need the pulse duty. We don't really want any attacked cases standard release. So alright, the volume is already maxed out, so that should be fine. And theoretically in the future, we can expand this so that it has different types of sounds it can make. I actually was kind of envisioning modifying Exomizer to give it the option on the Mega65 of automatically putting this in front of any prod that you want to put it in front of, maybe give you selections for different draw-in methods. It also occurs to me that it could be fun to have some kind of filtery thing going with some of the super saws or what have you. So, but we are going to have what else was there? Four walls. Uh, up here, 5, 6, C, D, 5. Ah, lovely. Okay, yeah. The SID chip is already set up to reset the attack decay sustaining release, so we don't have to worry about that. Voice 2 starts at 07. Voice 3 starts at 0E. Okay. I think we're done with that. Uh, duh, 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 duh. Let's see here. I used to be much faster at doing hex math in my head. Let's see here. F10, 11, 12. Okay, so those are the registers that we're going to need to write to. I am starting to run a little low on energy. We are definitely not finishing this today. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping this up here in just a minute. But first, let's go ahead and 061F. So 1F. For right now, we'll try it with just a single value increase. I do not know for sure if that's going to sound very good as a supersong, but we'll see. Maybe then we can change it to an ADC of whatever value works later, but right now let's just get something in there. 420, 440, 460. Okay. Then 6. What? Yeah, this should be fine. Store XD441 and store XD460. Hey, is it Igor or Igor? How's it going, man? Glad to see you here. So, were you here when my mic was muted? Did you happen to know how long it was muted for? Or have you just tuned in? Uh, Am I right in thinking that the Twitch part is extraneous and Igor is what your handle is? Or is your handle Twitch and Igor is your handle's last name? How does that work? Uh, in any case, I'm glad to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome. Welcome. Uh, yeah, where? Oh, all right. So that's got the first frequency, the starting frequency for the first part of the chord. Next up is 526. Oh, And finally, 125. So, yeah. Okay. I sure do hope this, I need to check real quick, make sure that this, stream is not. Okay. I could be wrong. It looks like I am not getting a, copyright strike for all of the. Because I mean, right now it's basically the drum and bass, it's a drum and bass remix of Black Eyed Peas. I'm pretty sure. So yeah. Uh, anyhow, back to what we're doing here. E E F F F F. Maybe eventually, to make the code more readable, I will turn this into macros. But for right now, those are the startup frequencies. And then in this loop here, every loop, we're going to add that much to it until we get to the end. So that means I need variables for this. So let's see here. Fill. Maybe I shouldn't fill. Maybe. Hmm. I think we might be able to make this a lot more efficient if we just put the starting values in the table. Since, yeah, okay. And then I can use the low byte. I can also have a table of the same length with the low bytes for uh, with the SID chip indexing. Yeah, we can make this a lot more efficient. We won't necessarily finish it today, but we can make this a lot more efficient. Okay, looks like my mic is still working. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life worrying about whether or not my mic is somehow being muted. Um, right, we've already got the frequencies. One F. So that is the first part of the core for the low bytes. And then we got, what is it, 26. 26. Okay. It's also going to make it a lot easier to fine tune the. Sorry, guys, I'm having a brain farm moment. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to stream for too much longer here, but it will make it easier to adjust the super saw if we need to. Huh, that's kind of interesting. The low bytes are really similar, but they've all got different steps. We're still going to need these variables. I was just debating whether or not I could reuse them, but I really can't. Okay, that's all of the low frequency starts.